You can feel that familiar knot in your stomach as Thanksgiving gets closer, can't you? That feeling for so many is not about gratitude, it's about survival. It's a day of walking on eggshells, biting your tongue through passive-aggressive digs, and just trying to make it out in one piece. That dread is real. You can already play the whole day out in your head. The inappropriate questions, the backhanded compliments, the same old fight that erupts like clockwork every single year. But what if this year could be different? This is not just one of those videos about surviving a toxic Thanksgiving. This video is about making it the last one you ever have to put up with. By the time we're done, you'll have a real, step-by-step plan to turn a day you really dread into day one of your emotional freedom. We are told in our whole lives that family is everything and that holidays are for being together. But when you come from a narcissistic or abusive family, that advice feels like a cruel joke. It feels like a trap. These holiday gatherings are usually not about connection, but they are about control, manipulation, and forcing everyone back into their old, painful roles. This is not just about one bad dinner. Every time you sit through that abuse, you are being re-traumatized. Your body goes into fight, flight, or freeze mode, and it can take days or even weeks to feel normal again. That's why you are going to change the narrative this Thanksgiving. That cycle of abuse that has stolen your peace for way too long ends now. This is about taking your power back. It's a process, and it starts right now with a plan. If this is your first time here or a returning subscriber, don't forget to like, share with someone that needs this video, subscribe, and also turn on notifications for more video. Without further ado, come let's reason together. So, let's break down the 3 steps to making this your last abusive Thanksgiving. Get your boundaries straight. The biggest mistake you usually make is walking into that house unprepared. You wouldn't walk into a hurricane without a raincoat. So why would you walk into a toxic family dinner without ironclad boundaries? Boundaries are not about being mean or starting a fight. They are an act of self-respect. These are the rules you set for how you're willing to be treated. The secret is for you to decide on these boundaries before you even get in the car. Once you're in the heat of the moment and old triggers are firing off, it's nearly impossible to think straight. Your pre-game plan is your playbook. It is what you'll lean on when things start getting worse and intense. So grab a notebook or open a note on your phone and let's get started with specifics. Here we are going to create 3 kinds of boundaries. The first one is topic boundaries. These are the subjects that are completely off limits. Toxic family members love to poke at your sore spots. They'll ask about your love life, your bank account, your career, or your weight. And it's not because they're curious. This is because it's an easy way to make you feel really small and to get a reaction from you. Your list of off-limit topics might look like this. My finances are not up for discussion. I'm not talking about my relationship status. I won't be defending my parenting choices. My career is my business, and it's not on the table for debate. Write them down. Be clear. These are non-negotiables. The second one is behavioral boundaries. This is all about what kind of conduct you will not put up with. This is where you draw a hard line against actual abuse. These boundaries are here to protect your sanity. Examples could be, if someone yells at me, I will leave the room. No exceptions. I will not listen to passive-aggressive comments. If I hear one, I will end that conversation. I will not participate in gossip or get triangulated between other family members. If anyone starts with name-calling or insults, I'm out the door. Does that sound extreme? Maybe. But abusive behavior is extreme. Your boundary isn't mean. It's a healthy response to it. The third one is time and space boundaries. This is about controlling your own physical presence. Toxic environments are exhausting. Limiting your exposure is one of the smartest things you can do. You get to decide when you show up and when you leave. Your time and space boundaries might be, I'm only staying for 2 hours max. I'm driving myself so I can leave whenever I want, so I won't need a ride from anyone. I'm going to step outside for 10 minutes every hour just to breathe and ground myself. I'm not staying at their house. I will get a hotel or an Airbnb so I have a safe, private space to go back to. Once you have this list, read it. Then read it again. Memorize it because they are not just vague ideas. They are now promises you're making to yourself. By doing this work beforehand, you're shifting from being reactive to being proactive. You won't be a passive victim of their abuse anymore. You will now be actively protecting your own peace. The in-the-moment toolkit of what to say and how to leave. Okay, now you have your plan. Let's pack your toolkit for that day. This is all about what you can actually say and do when your boundaries get tested, because they will be tested. Abusive people hate boundaries. They see them as a challenge to their control. Your toolkit has 2 key things: pre-planned scripts and your exit strategy. Let's start with scripts. Having a few neutral phrases ready to go will stop you from getting flustered or sucked into a pointless argument. The goal is not to win the fight, it's to shut it down. The key is to deliver these lines calmly, firmly, and as boring as possible. Abusers feed on drama, so your goal is to not be as interesting. Here are some word-for-word scripts you can use. When they ask intrusive questions, for example, someone asks if you are still single, when are you going to finally settle down? You can calmly say, I'm not really talking about that today. Then immediately pivot. These mashed potatoes are incredible. Is that a new recipe? Or you could try saying, I appreciate you asking, but I'm keeping that part of my life private. When they give unsolicited advice or criticism, for example, your dad says, you know, if you just saved your money better, you could have a nice house like your brother. You can just say, thanks for the thought. This shows you heard them, but not in agreement. Then change the subject. A slightly firmer option can be, I'm not looking for any advice on that right now, but thank you. When they try to gaslight you or rewrite history, a family member says, that's not what happened. You're just being way too sensitive. You say, that's not how I remember it. Or even simpler, we clearly see that differently. I'm not going to argue about it. You're not trying to convince them. You're just stating your own reality. For your own sake. You don't need them to validate it. When the conflict escalates and someone starts yelling, the second the voice is raised, you say, I'm not going to have this conversation while you're yelling. I'm going to step away for a minute. And then you actually do it. Walk into the kitchen, go outside, check your phone. You are teaching them, through action, that yelling at you can't get them anywhere. Just calmly repeat your boundary phrases over and over, no matter what they throw at you. The next thing up in your toolkit is your exit strategies. These are your escape plans, and knowing you can leave gives you an incredible sense of power. These are 4 exit strategies that work all the time and gives you the power whenever you use any of them. The hard out, when you get there, let people know your departure time. It's so great to see you all. I have to leave around 4 p.m., but I'm so happy I could be here for a bit. This sets everybody's expectation right from the beginning. A soft exit. If you don't have a built-in excuse, create one. You can have a friend on standby who can call you with a believable minor emergency that means you have to go. Think of it as your get-out-of-jail-free card. Strategic breaks. Take small escapes throughout the day. Go help out in the kitchen. Offer to take the dog for a quick walk. You can step outside for some fresh air. These are chances to regulate your nervous system. Take a few deep breaths every time you take one of these breaks. always remind yourself of your boundaries. You can also text a friend for support. The final exit. If a major boundary gets crossed, like yelling or name-calling, you have to be ready to leave for good. No big dramatic scenes. Just quietly get your things and say, "It feels like this is a good time for me to head out. Thanks for having me." The power in that simple move is really immense. You're showing them with your actions that their abuse has consequences. Practice the scripts in the mirror. Visualize yourself walking out the door calmly. The more prepared you are, the more likely to win. So you've done it. You held a boundary, and maybe you shut down a conversation, or maybe you left the party early. For a second, you feel powerful, and then a different wave of feelings hits you. Guilt, fear, maybe even shame. This is honestly the hardest part of the whole process, managing the aftermath. First, you have to expect pushback. When you change the unspoken rules of the dysfunctional family, the family will push back hard. This doesn't mean you did anything wrong. In fact, it means your boundaries are working. That pushback is the sound of their control over you starting to break. Their reactions are always predictable. These are 4 examples of those. The guilt trip. This is the go-to tactic. You'll get texts like, "You've completely ruined Thanksgiving," or "After everything I've done for you, this is how you treat me?" This is pure manipulation, designed to make you feel bad so you'll go back to how things were. The rage. This could be an angry outburst, or it could be weeks of the silent treatment. They might even start a smear campaign, telling other relatives how difficult and ungrateful you've become. Playing the victim. They'll twist it so that your boundary was actually an attack on them. "I guess I'm just a terrible father," they'll say, trying to get you to rush in, soothe their feelings, and drop your boundary. Sending in the flying monkeys. They'll get other family members, usually enablers who don't want to rock the boat, to do their dirty work. Your aunt might call you and say, "Just say you're sorry to your mom and make peace. It's the holidays, after all." So how do you deal with all this without caving? The number 1 rule is, do not jade. That stands for justify, argue, defend, or explain. Do not justify your actions. Do not argue with anyone. Do not defend your actions, and do not give anyone any explanation. Your boundary is a statement, not a negotiation. The second you start explaining why you have the boundary, you give them ammunition to tear it apart. You're signaling that your boundary is up for debate. Meanwhile, it's not. Instead, you can acknowledge their feelings without taking any responsibility for it. If they say, "I'm so hurt that you left early," you can respond with, "I can hear that you're feeling hurt. It was just time for me to go." You are not saying, "I'm sorry I hurt you." You're saying, "I see that you have a feeling," while still holding your ground. It's a small difference in wording, but it makes all the difference in the world. Next, you have to deal with your own internal guilt. That guilt is often the invisible chain that has kept you stuck in this dynamic for years. You have been trained your whole life to put their feelings ahead of your own. Feeling guilty is a sign that you are finally breaking that training. When that guilt washes over you, talk back to it. Remind yourself and even say it out loud. I am not in charge of other people's emotions. Setting a boundary is an act of self-care, not selfishness. This uncomfortable feeling is temporary. It's the feeling of me getting healthier. My peace is more important than their approval. Finally, be incredibly kind to yourself in the hours and days that follow. You just did something unbelievably hard and brave. You need to recharge. Plan something nice for yourself before you even go. Whether it's a long bath, your favorite comfort movie, a walk in the woods, or a long call with a friend who actually gets it, give that gift to yourself. You deserve it. You're teaching yourself little by little that your well-being matters most. So that's the plan. First, you made your pre-game plan, getting clear on your boundaries around topics, behaviors, and your time. Second, you packed your in-the-moment toolkit with scripts and exit strategies ready to go. And third, you prepared for the aftermath, knowing how to handle the pushback and your own feelings of guilt. This is not just about surviving one dinner. It is a blueprint for changing how you interact with people who hurt you, period. By making this Thanksgiving the last abusive one, you're not just ending a tradition of dread, you're starting a new tradition of self-respect. That future where you feel peaceful and genuinely connected starts with the choice you make right now. You have permission to protect your peace. This is the end of a bad tradition and the first day of your real freedom. In the comments below, share one boundary you are committing to setting this Thanksgiving. It can be small, like, I will not discuss my weight. Or it can be big, like, I will leave the moment someone raises their voice at me. By writing it down and sharing it, you make it more real for yourself. And you might just give someone else reading this the courage they need to do the same. Thank you for being here and for being brave enough to take this step. Don't forget to like, share with someone that needs to hear this, and subscribe. See you in the next video.